Welcome back to the Crochet Crowd. So it's my friends over at yarnspirations.com. Today is for the Poppy project, and this is a museum installation for Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada. So what they're doing is that they're creating a whole draping of these poppies. They need 2,500 of them in order to create the drape, and they're asking for us to get involved. So today we're doing a pattern designed by Hanya for this particular project, and you'll need a size 6mm size J crochet hook, but just adjust your hook just in case the sizes are not between 4 to 5 inches. So if it's less than 4 inches, just increase your hook, and then if it's way over 5 inches, just decrease your hook a little bit. You're going to need some red yarn. So what we have here is that we just need red and black. We can see the crochet version right here, and there's also a knitting version. So if you enjoy knitting, you can also get involved in the knitting version, but today is just all about the crochet. So we're going to be just coming down to the bottom section of this particular pattern here. Now they are doing a collection of these poppies for the Niagara Falls History Museum. They're asking you don't send until the COVID is really more behind them and the museum reopens. So just keep your eyes open for when the museum opens, that you can either mail in or drop off your particular ideas. So even if you just make like 5 or 6, that's something, and it will really help them to create their goals. Also, there's no cutting of your yarn tails at all, so they want you to leave the yarn tails on so they can just tie them to the installation. So without further ado, 6mm size J crochet hook, and I'm going to be using some Caron 1-pound yarn today, but you can obviously use your Red Heart Super Save, your Bernat Super Value, just really kind of fun yarns. Just make sure that they're red and black being used. So we're going to be using black, so they're asking for us to leave about a 10-inch long tail for this so that they can use that to tie to. So just start your slip knot a little bit later beyond the start. So let's begin. We're going to chain 2 and 1 and 2, and let's do round number 1 together. Second chain from the hook, so just count it back. It's the first chain that is closest to your thumb or my thumb, and we're going to do 12 double crochets into that second chain from the hook, and we're going to join it when we get there. So let's just count these out together. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And once you have the 12 done, just slip stitch to the first DC, the first double crochet, and pull through and through. And what I want you to do, what they want you to do, is leave a 10-inch tail after that. So just cut it and leave 10 inches. And before you release it off there, just pull it through that loop, and then just leave that to the back side so that they can use that to tie. So let's continue on to round number 2. So with red yarn, again, leave a 10-inch tail approximately. They can always cut it if it's too long. So then we're gonna just go into any stitch that you would like to use. I know it's black and I know it's hard to see, but just bear with me, it's really quite an easy one. So we're just gonna go into any one of the stitches you want, and we're gonna pull through, and we're gonna chain 3, and that will count as a double crochet. In the same one where you just did the join, they want you to put another double crochet in. So in each of the stitches going all the way around, they want you to put in 2 double crochets in there. So that's a nice easy round, and you can see how big this poppy is gonna be. Again, leave that long tail in behind so that they can use to sew it, and put 2 double crochets in each of the stitches. So there should be 12 groups of 2 by the time you get all the way back around. So let's do this, and I'll see you at the end of this round. When you get back around, there should be 12 groups of 2. And then once you're back around, then just slip stitch to the beginning to the top of the chain 3. Now let's begin round number 3. We're gonna chain 1, and we're gonna do 2 double crochet in each of the next 4 stitches. So each of the next 4. So let's do that. So let's go into the next one. So we're gonna do 1 and 2. So 2 into the same one, and let's do its friend next door. So this is 2 of 4. And then finally the next one, This is 3 of 4. And then finally 4 of 4. Just like that. And then it says to single crochet into the next stitch. So that kind of pulls it down a little bit. So let's do that again. So we're going to single crochet into the next stitch, and then 2 double crochets into the next 4 again. So I would just count it as like in sets of 4. So there's 2 into this one. So this is 1 of 4, and the next one is 2 of 4, and the next one is 3 of 4, and finally the last one is 4 of 4, and then 1 single crochet into the next, and then restart that again. So it's just starting with the 1 single crochet, and then do your sets of 4, and then 1 single crochet, and then start a new set. And I'll be right back. There's gonna be a total of 4 sides by the time you get around. When you finally get to the last one, you're just doing 1 single crochet, and then you're just going to then slip stitch to the bottom of the starting chain 1. And then we're gonna begin the final round. So we're almost done, nice and quick and easy, and let's begin round number 4. So let's begin number 4. So we're going to start off in the first double crochet, and this set of 8 of these are going to have 2 double crochets added to them, and then we're going to slip stitch into the 2 single crochets that separate them. So let's begin. Starting off in the first double crochet, you're going to apply 2 double crochet in there, and we're gonna do all 8 like that. So you can actually see it, but if you want to go 1 of 8, and then this is 2 of 8, this is 3 of 8. This is much bigger than I expected it to be, which is awesome because it's gonna cover more ground in order to hit that goal for the poppy project. And then finally 8 of 8. And then we're going to slip stitch in the next 2 singles. So slip, and that will pull that in, and then slip in the next single, and then do the next 8 with 2 into each, and then slip into the next 2 single crochets when you get there. Please do this all the way around. I'll see you at the end of this round. When you get all the way back around, don't forget to slip stitch those last 2, and then that's it. You're done. Nice and simple. So it wants to fold up a little bit, which is what they're looking for, and so just leave an extra long tail, about 10 inches or so, and just leave that there and just pull it through the final, and then just put it in a little box when you're ready to ship it off, or a little envelope or whatever you wanted to do. And so this is it. We hope that you can participate with the Poppy project or use this for your own decor in some way. Thank you to Hanya for designing this amazing pattern, and I think it's going to be quite awesome. So hope to see you soon, and thank you so much for joining us today. On behalf of Yarn Inspirations as well as the Crochet Crowd, we wish the Poppy project the best of wishes for collecting these poppies. Bye bye.